The body positivity movement once stood for the movement that promotes acceptance of all bodies, regardless of size, shape, skin tone, gender, sexuality, and physical abilities, with a goal to get physically fit and healthy. In my generation as a biological man in the 80s and 90s, growing up, all I saw were magazines featuring in-shape models and beasts like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hulk Hogan, and Steven Seagal. I looked up to these genetically steroid-using gym monsters. I wanted that type of body because I knew the minute my shirt came off, the ladies would flock to me and I would have a chance with Holly Berry or Stacey Dash. Unfortunately, it took me until my 40s to achieve that goal. So in my younger years, I had to solely rely on sarcastic humor and my personality.
That's what she said.
It was the era of fitness. Workout and dieting did not discriminate. Everyone can participate in the body positivity movement. Except that's not at all what the body positivity movement meant and means. I 100% missed the mark on that one. In 1969, a young engineer in New York named Bill Fabry was very angry about the way the world treated his fat wife, Joyce. Bill found it unfair in how fat people were being treated, so he gathered a small group of people and created the NAAFA, which stands for National Association to Aid Fat Americans. It caught the attention of the feminist movement as well, and they too felt that fat people were being mistreated, so they formed the Fat Underground. What NAAFA called fat acceptance, they called fat liberation. By 1973, they had released their groundbreaking Fat Manifesto. It demanded equal rights for fat people in all areas of life. It also called out the dieting industry and declared them enemies. The fat activists took pointers from the civil rights and other movements for the equality and freedom to get their voices heard. As the years went on, they began appearing on television shows and news outlets in the 80s and 90s, trying to combat the dieting industry and kill the movement in what I thought was considered the body positivity movement. You know, live healthy and get in shape.
2. That's it. That's it.
But no one with common sense took fat activists seriously, allowing obesity to be positive. Like, you're kidding me? I mean, think about it for a second. Do you really think Lizzo would be this popular in the 80s and 90s? Listen, she's very talented, not gonna lie. I'm going to also be honest, without fat shaming, okay? Stick with me here. But seeing Lizzo perform every single night, night after night, jumping around, dancing, doing splits, and etc., it literally shocks me that she's still this overweight. Which only means one thing: she has an unhealthy relationship with food. So let's be real. She likely burns about 3,000 calories a night on stage and still manages to be significantly overweight. But yeah, I don't think she would have been that popular back in the day like she is now. I mean, there were the Weather Girls, so she could have joined them. It could have been a trio. So maybe she would have been. So in short, the right version of body positivity, aka fat activists, just never really took off until the internet became a mainstream thing. Anonymity led to the bullying.
2 hours later.
Being online anonymous led to bullying. But it also led to a self-expression. Hashtags and Facebook groups help people connect in new ways. A new generation was spreading vibes known as body positivity. When an overweight girl, for example, showed up in lingerie on Instagram, with every one negative comment came 10 positive comments about how the female is brave, she's loving her body, accepting her flaws no matter what. She was being positive about her body. There's a difference between fat shaming and being mean to someone who is obese versus bringing awareness that being obese produces numerous health issues which can cause an early death. It shouldn't be promoted as something positive to be inclusive and diverse, just like being anorexic isn't something to be positive about. The worst part about this entire movement is that it can be combated by living a healthier lifestyle, such as exercising and eating healthier, and it's not out of reach for anybody.
That's all you have to do!
For every celebrity that's repping for a diet company, there is about a dozen others who are reminding us to love ourselves exactly as we are. Don't change your diet, don't change your toxic behavior, don't get healthy. Love yourself for who you are, with all the imperfections that you can control.
I am on the 3rd day of my cleanse diet. All I have to do is drink maple syrup, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and water for all 3 meals.
You won't have to look far on social media to find someone who's willing to feed you the BS confidence boost that you need. You will hear things like, there's no difference between an amputee and an obese person. Love yourself for who you are. Except that there is a major difference. An amputee cannot grow himself a new limb. It's out of their control. But an overweight person has 100% control over their weight, with the exception of the small percentage of people that have serious illness which causes obesity. I just need to throw that in there because I could already see some fat obese person. I got health issues, I'm bedridden and I can't help my... I know. There's always an exception. Now, we can say there are some systematic systems put in place to disenfranchise the poor to continue to eat unhealthy, like what's known as the food desert. The food industry itself in America is a disgusting and corrupt business, usually pushing profits over the well-being of its customers. Being healthy in America, unfortunately, costs more than being unhealthy. There are a lot of things that just don't make sense and just doesn't add up for me. It's as if this country wants you to remain unhealthy so you can become a slave to the pharmaceutical companies, hospitals, insurance companies, and etc. It's as if they're just trying to milk the last living bit of money out of you before you expire due to health issues. The message of what's considered healthy and unhealthy went bisexual, turning anything and everything into an excuse by promoting an anti-accountability movement. And if you really look at the body positivity movement, it is an anti-accountability movement. Promoting positive body image as in this versus this is generally a good thing, and for the most part, everyone follows that cardinal rule. In fact, research has shown that body image is closely linked to the mental health. Truth be told, mental health and weight management should go hand in hand, but they are now two separate arguments because if you tie them together, you will quickly realize that there are some serious flaws in the movement. Having a mental health problem is cool these days and unique, and being overweight means that you are simply loving your body and loving yourself regardless of what society says and doctors. So we have changed our perception and thinking. We got to move forward with this unhealthy message because if we don't, we would get these slanderous scientific reports on obesity. For example, an article that was written by a bunch of scientists in 2018 suggesting that the body positivity movement is contributing to being obese. Or even worse, you can grab Candace Owens' attention and she will relentlessly remind you that you are doing more harm than good to yourself and to your audience.
I am big on speaking to people about the dangers of fat acceptance. It is why I routinely cover Lizzo.
So don't you dare go online and call obese people obese, you fucking bigot. Don't you tell an overweight person that waking up late to only lay on the couch all day eating fatty foods, watching TV, and playing video games is toxic. No, it's living your best life. And don't you dare tell your overweight friend that they should work out because you are concerned about their health. Who the hell are you? Don't you dare say the designation of obesity as a dangerous disease may have serious costs and consequences for the bodies and lives of people perceived as fat. And whatever you do, don't you dare call your wife or any female fat. Just continue to tell them that they are beautiful the way they are and take a page out of Bill Fabry's book and create an organization to feed the lie so she can blame others for her lack of discipline, control, and gluttonous behavior. And if that doesn't work, you can always blame Donald Trump.
We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. The research says that black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet than our white women counterparts. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
The truth is, and I'm not trying to be mean, but being obese is a choice. Being fat is not attractive, it's not sexy, it's not healthy, it's not positive, and it's not being brave. You know what it is though? Seeing an obese person willing to change their relationship that they have with food. Watching an obese person walking into the gym knowing they are being judged. Seeing an obese person share their journey of their struggle, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, and to show what it takes to lose the weight and live a healthier life. That is positivity. That is attractive. That is sexy. And damn it, that is brave. And those people should be the ones on the pedestal because they changed their negative lifestyle to a positive lifestyle, which also decreases any mental health issues regarding their overall well-being and appearance. So to close this out, no matter how entertaining it is to watch overweight people slowly kill themselves for the sake of entertainment or having celebrities pushing this narrative of body positivity, you as an individual should see that type of narrative as toxic and stay far away from it as possible because it's not benefiting you in any way whatsoever and it doesn't benefit society. And I leave you with two factual statements. There isn't a single fat person that doesn't wish they were in shape or healthier. And if you don't subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of my good satirical content like this video over here that got shadow banned, you're gonna miss out. And that, my friend, are the facts.
Happy birthday, Marcus. 37. Wow, that's awesome. The beginning of your life. The beginning. 37 is such a good age, man.